you're all well. I'm enjoying a really nice drive on this beautiful day. Feels like spring. I think it's around 70 degrees outside. Very little traffic. Beautiful day. On my way to work, figured I would go live for at least a little bit to get some watch hours. So hopefully I'll get some awesome people to join this live. And hopefully people are active in the chat. And hopefully connections will be made. If you are catching the replay of this live after it's posted, thank you so much for the support. I saw one thumbs up before I saw any channels watching this. Always survive. First comment of the live. Always survive wrote, hey, and some emoji. What's up? What's up, Andy? How you doing, brother? How is your day going, man? Hopefully it's going great for you. And how's that homestead life treating you? If you catch the replay, please give it a like and please comment. Long day, ready for spring. It feels like spring right now. It's around 70 degrees, I think. According to my MOS vehicle, it says 73 degrees outside. Kind of cloudy. There was it was sunny at times, but mostly cloudy day. That's okay. It's relatively warm out, or maybe relatively warm out. Feels like spring. Homestead is great. That is awesome to hear, brother. What are you working on? I have a feeling you might be working on multiple things. You're a productive guy, man. You're a productive guy, and that's awesome. If more people had your work ethic in this world, the world would be a better place. Cloudy 40, which is warmer, like warmer than usually is, or warmer than it's been. You're in Michigan, I believe. I think Michigan is, on average, typically colder than Missouri, where I live with my wife and our two sons. Sarcastic scoundrel is call me plankton because I'm chumming buckets right now. I don't know what you mean. I don't know if you're being disgusting, weird, if you wrote something bad, if you meant something bad, I'm not sure. 10 people in the house, hit the like on the way in. If you haven't hit the like, hey, doesn't take much time. It's kind and it's free. Hit the like, please. Garden beds, sheep pen. Working on the sheep pen and garden beds, all right. That's awesome you're working on those things, man. Reloading also. Good man, good man. Keep everything loaded and ready to go, sir. Candy X8N wrote, hi, welcome in, Candy. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for commenting. Always survive, bro. Expanding the sheep area, another 2 acres. Awesome. More room for them to graze, I assume. So, how many acres do you have, Always Survive? How many acres? Candy X8N, why does YouTube not let me go live? Well, have a lot to learn about YouTube, but I think maybe there's a requirement, minimum subscriber requirement, perhaps. That might be the only requirement. There might be another requirement or requirements, and I'm not even sure about the minimum. I'm not even sure if there's a minimum subscriber requirement. Little over 10. Wow, that's awesome. We've got about 7 acres, which for many homesteading things is way more than enough space to produce a massive amount of food. As far as raising cows, we could maybe raise like 1 to 4 cows or something like that, give or take. Maybe we don't have enough to raise any. I think, however much of that, or I think that might be an opinion thing. But to raise cows well, we're limited with that. Maybe in the future we can raise some cows. That would be amazing. I'd like to get sheep first. I think that they might be easier overall than cows as far as raising them. I have 60 subscribers. You need 50 subscribers. Okay. In the past, I tried to do a live stream with a friend of mine, and I think they were not able to. And I don't recall why they were not able to. I think maybe you might need to apply for it or something. If anybody has information about what is required or information about why Candy, I'm just going to say Candy, cannot do live streams, please share it in the chat. Let's help each other out. Let's help them out. Give them some education. You could do a lot on 5 acres. Absolutely. I've seen things. There are people who produce of a mass. There are people, if I could speak better, there are people who produce a lot of food. Maybe I shouldn't say necessarily. Maybe I should not say massive amount of food, but there are people who produce I'll say relatively large amount of food on like 1/4 of an acre, half an acre. 1 acre is enough for people to do many, maybe even most homesteading things. I think 5 to 7 acres is great for most homesteading things. I think 20 acres or more might be difficult to manage. That's a lot of land. But with more land comes more resources, like firewood, for example, organic matter for gardening, more protein walking around, if you know what I'm saying. Let me try to get caught up in the chat here. Fodder beets help feeding. Half acre of fodder beets can help feed 30 cows over the winter. I think I've heard of certain types of beets being great for livestock. I don't recall the details about that, if I ever even knew them, but I don't recall if they're eating just the greens of the beets or eating I assume the greens are something they can eat. Beet greens are super healthy for people. I assume they're great for at least some type of livestock. I may have even fed beet greens to a chicken or chickens in the past. I don't remember. But I wonder if they get dug up for cows or whatever. Growing for the sheep. You're growing fodder beets? Interesting. think fodder might just be like any type of greens or something. They can eat both, but the beets store for 6+ months. Wow, that's awesome. It's only showing one account playing this live right now. 3 likes. I think Candy may have left. Candy, I was trying to help you out. Well, they might not be playing it, so they may not have heard me say I was trying to help them out, but I was trying to get them some information. Maybe Candy is the person or people who are playing the live right now. Wow, what a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. This is the day the Lord has made. I shall rejoice and be glad in it. What a beautiful day. Just me here. All right. Well, thank you for being here. And thank you for staying active in the chat, brother. One of these days, man, I've got to, I'll say I got to go, but one of these days, hopefully, rather, I will get to Michigan and I'll get to come by your homestead, meet your beautiful family, and maybe help you out. Maybe do a walkthrough of your property. Perhaps I could advise about a thing or things. And also, hopefully, one day you can make it to Missouri and meet my beautiful family, as in my wife and our 2 sons. And it would be awesome to have you walk our property and perhaps advise about a thing or things. Maybe do some freedom training, if you know what I'm saying. That would be awesome. Next time I go south, I'll hit you up. Yeah, man, hit me up. Hit me up. That'd be awesome. Because of work, if at all possible, again, if at all possible, try to give me like at least 1 week notice if you can. Again, if at all possible. I understand life happens, some things are last minute, but try to give me at least 1 week notice so I could try to actually be available. My aunt lives in Missouri, and my uncle's in Arkansas. So I do take trips down there once in a while. Amazing. Month notice. No. And then some stuff I don't understand. Looks like it might be a different language. That thing before the EG, what does that mean? I think I may have seen that before. Is that some type of lingo that I don't know about? Internet lingo, maybe? Month notice, no. Not sure what you mean there. No problem. I could give you a big notice. That would be awesome. That would be awesome, man. And I would love for my family to meet your family. How's your grandson doing? Do you still have, pardon my memory, do you still have one grandson, or as in do you have just your one grandson, or do you have any other grandchildren? I was talking into the phone. All good, all good. One grandson and now granddaughter. Okay, all right. I might remember, or perhaps vaguely remember, that you might have mentioned, yet another grandchild on the way, or at different times that you had another grandchild or have another grandchild. Hopefully they're both well, man. Hopefully they're both well. Hopefully your family's well. Wow, grandchildren, what a blessing. What a blessing. My wife and I cannot wait. Well, we can wait because we don't want to rush life and we want to enjoy uh, our sons growing up, the growing up of our sons. However, we can't wait in the sense of we're excited to have grandchildren. And that would be amazing. That will be amazing because we will. Um, would be as in when it happens. That's going to be amazing. That would be awesome when it does happen. And it will. Um, wow. What a blessing to have grandchildren. That's amazing. Well, I'm almost at work, so I'm going to wrap this up. Um, one grandson, now granddaughter. Okay, I think I read that. So, hey, whoever's here, thank you so much for being here. Stay safe. Thank you so much for to anybody who's here. Thank you so much for playing whatever amounts of this live stream. And if anybody's here who hit the like, thank you for hitting the like. If anybody catches the replay, please comment spring. If you catch the replay, please comment spring, and that will let me know that you watched at least up until this point or the point before. Comment spring if you catch the replay. Take care, everybody. Be safe. Always survive. Wrote, have a good day. Hey, you have a good day, man. Thank you for all of your support. You're amazing. Take care. Always survive. God bless you. God bless your family. I'll be in touch. Be well, everybody.